Alright. Alright. Here we are. Ooh. Get this crank down a little bit. Okay, so we ready for some pathologic time, boys? We might get a visitor from the bird. He's a little bit active right now. You might want to come and visit for a bit. So be prepared for that. You shouldn't be too loud unless as he gets itchy. You might get a bit loud if he gets itchy. Beyond that though, brace yourselves. Let me get the webcam up here for a moment. Alright. So brace yourselves because as usual the opening for this game is like really loud, so prepare your eardrums. It's just the opening title cards. And naturally it's going to take me like 30 seconds because it's going to move all my windows around when I load up the game. But let's get this sucker rolling. My hair's I got a little bit of frizz. Not as bad not as bad of frizz as last time. Oh, the boy's already being bad. Let's go ahead and grab him. Little bird. Oh, I tricked him up. Yes, he does. Get the bird up on screen here. Little boy.
Allow me to remind you
that
an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuine
Bird's embarrassed to be on screen right now. He refuses to look.
Country.
There he is, sweet boy.
And circumstances of these tragic
Alright,
events
we got dialogue going. Let's get all this done. Sorry, don't got my ears in right now.
It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own.
There we go.
As if it is driven by some irrepressible...
So let's get this up. Looks like it's all holding down pretty good. It's my 16:9. It's all pretty good. Is it capturing? Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, we started off. So, let's go ahead and load. I'll talk because that menu music is quite obnoxious. Oh, little bird. You're going to get cut in my hair. Oh, he's got sneezes. But yeah, that awful quest line. And we need to go ahead and let's just immediately use the schmouters. Alright. There we go. Got like grease on me. Probably from eating. I'm not sure. It's like all over my hands because I don't know where the grease is beginning and where it ends. So I don't even know where to start wiping it off. But yeah, we spent like 2 straight hours looking for the kid. But, okay. So there's the 3 butchers that Aspedy dispatched, of which we know 2 were killed by officers. Or at least I assume that they're the same people. And so I've tested the schmouter myself. Let's see if that actually completes the quest. I'm gonna increment my save after this because this entire mission is kind of funky, so we'll see how it works out. I might need to go talk to Capella or something like that. I might need to go find someone to talk to follow up this mission, but for now I think we're going to see Aspedy. Like, if I had some Dosh, I would totally get a nice, like, mic rig, so I could get, like, right up here in my mouth. So that way. Because right now, if I want to get a good vocal capture, get that proper, like, fist away from your mouth range, I gotta get right up in the pop filter if we want a good audio quality. Damn things cost $60, though, so that's being put off for now. It would make my life real easy, but... C'est la vie. Life on a shoestring budget, but let's make our way to Aspedy's. So if I'm okay, I can go straight through here, avoid the cul-de-sac. Oh, does schmouters take a portion of your health, but if I have no health, it really doesn't do anything? Was it supposed to be like, okay, you get the schmouters, it heals you a lot of infection, but you lose 90% of your health? Always drops to a sliver? That's beautiful. I planned it that way. Oh god, a rat. Unload it. Rats are OP. This should be the right way. I mean, we're going along the termitary here. I need to find where this, like... Is the grease on my keyboard? I'm gonna go mad. Oh, a sneezy bird. Okay, yeah, we can kind of just keep going along here. We'll end up at Aspides. So, yeah, I think that we need to revisit in an hour. I'm pretty sure an hour has passed, almost guaranteed. I think even going to that district, the Skinner's district and back, would be an hour anyway. Grease is everywhere. I don't even know. It must be like hamburger grease from cooking burgers. Smarter than most escort AI. As long as they're not as smart as cliff racers. Cliff racer, fly so high. Okay, let's see.
Perhaps turning inside out will help.
Okay. Do I have to find the butcher in the district? The reason why I don't necessarily think that's the case is because I did wander the district quite a bit. Granted, I didn't really check out the southern cul-de-sac. I still don't want to save, or okay, I'll do an incremental save right here. Drugs, shrouders. Perfect. Okay, incremental, so I don't gotta do that again. So, yeah, I've found 2 of the butchers dead. 2 of the 3. At least I assume they're the same butchers. That's Isidore's, if I recall. Nope. I'm cool without the swamp gas. It's quite possible that the remaining butcher will be alive and just like hang out in a corner somewhere. Okay, just barter. Yeah, I definitely didn't check this place out. And is this the 3rd butcher? Oh, wait, is this different? Chop up a lad like that, he must know his trade well, dressing carcasses and the likes. Look over there, they're carrying the body with all the cuttings. Where to? The cemetery, where else? So I guess I had to speak to each of, or unless this is the guy I just had to talk to. Okay. What do you ask, sir? Why wasn't the body returned to the family? Ain't got no family. There's only Grace to give him solace now. I see. Oh no, why it forced me sideways a little bit. Okay, so this is the main quest, right? Yeah. So to the cemetery, that's Aspides right by the cemetery, right? Yeah, this is the cemetery. Yeah, there's Grace. Who, if I recall, Grace is just as nutty as Aspide. Let's go around. I'm okay going around the swamp gas. Sure, You know, I'm sure there's no way you could convince them to do it, but I would totally drink like a sugarless Tang. I'd prefer it even. I'd be totally cool with a sugar-free, like, electrolytic. So, we don't see it here, but there is a gap in the fence here, I'm pretty sure. Don't you hate, by the way? So I got a fan on me right now. And you got a fan on you, but it doesn't really cool you off. It's just moving the hot air a little bit. A bit more east. I guess this is the trail I want to follow. It's just a pit for corpses. So let's see what Grace has to say. It's been a bit since I visited her, I think. Ah, that's probably where I need to go, but...
Why don't they bring anyone here? So quiet.
Oh, this is actually... I thought this was going to be just a close the conversation. They said a scary doctor will be making the rounds today, turning the dead inside out, even though he has no right to. Sounds like you. Well, we'll move it off on Ruben. If I'm remembering the name right. I'm pretty sure it was Ruben. I think I have some idea who that might be. No, that doctor isn't me. Okay.
I think they've fallen out of love with me.
Let's go. So I'm guessing... Are they cremating it? I don't need to scalp the whole damn body. I need just a blood sample. Yeah, that looks like the dead body. Okay, was this body brought from an infected district? Yes, we're preparing it for the burial. What's in it for you? I'm curious. Could I have skipped the whole, like, speaking with Aspity and go straight to this? I need it for my work. Ain't that right? Well, doctor's work is vital, right? It's not like you're body snatching for fun, right? You're working in the interest of the public. Spot on. 10,000 money and it's yours. 10,000. I'm not gonna offer it twice. No, give it to me since that's by the name of Governor Saburov. Governor Saburov. Governor Saburov is not my commanding officer. I'm a volunteer. Do you get that, Doctor? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Well, 10K is quite a bit. Perhaps we could strike a bargain. I guess not. Straight to the jaw. Okay. We'll see what we want to do about that. What a sucker punch on that guy. Yikes. Okay. So... just in case, I'll go speak to the guy again. I was just curious as to how much money I had. I got half of what he's asking for. Dude's asking for a lot. So let's figure out how it is we're gonna deal with this Bravalo. Kind of seems like the swamp gas is in set locations. Oh my god. Rats, never again. Just checking real quick, thinking if I were to sell a bunch of stuff. I don't think there's any way I could get 10K. At least. I mean, I might be able to across the entire day. It's gonna be tough, though. I'm sure I gotta find another way around it. Alright. I assume the fan's not picking up too bad. Oh, the bird. Preening. Alright, let's approach. Okay, I'll actually try speaking to another one to see if I get different dialogue. I don't think I will. Maybe a dialogue set. I think being too harsh with him is wrong, but we'll see. Oh, okay, it was just my immunity. Yeah, we're gonna get some baby crying. Damn. Let's go bother, Grace again. Otherwise, I might just have to force this body into my hands. I got healing, so. Let's see.
Why don't
Only way to fight the disease. So go fight it. Distribute those drops, pills, or powders. They work. I know that for sure. I have a powder myself. It made me better when I got sick 5 years ago. Tell me more about that. I was helping my father. He was buying those who had died from the disease, and I was sprinkling the graves with taurine. I got sick. A girl named Murky brought me 3 powders. I ate one and got better. I gave another to my father, and he survived too. I still have a 3rd. Give it to me, please. Well, I got that.
I'm soaking wet.
Well, that, was at least a different result. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a way around me, boxing these guys for their dead body. I can shoot one of them.
Is there really no way to cure the disease?
Keep your voice down and listen carefully. Okay, wait. Let's do that again and not use up bullets. I'm also thinking I'll give it a couple tries. It won't be bad though. And just backpedal. And see if I can avoid getting murderinoed. Without any healing. Okay. So let's get a flight plan here. Okay. Let me actually go like this. Don't get very close. Go. Scarper. Damn! I shouldn't have turned. That was a milk steak. I think I can do this though. Assuming it's just on a timer. Pathologic, otherwise known as Cheese the game. Go. Yeah. Dangerously cheesy. Increment that save.
Is there really no way to cure the disease?
Alright. Keep your voice down and listen carefully. I've told these people you're not the person who offered the butchers to cut corpses. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to concede that there's an unknown Ripper on the loose, twice a criminal, for daring to raise his knife against the inviolability, what a word, of a body. Because saving can only be done inside the houses in the mound. You can't cheese it like a master. And for defiling the sacred place of the dead. I told them you weren't the real Ripper. And we've started a manhunt for the real one. Good move, it'll put him on a false trail. These patrolmen were keeping watch at the cemetery. Fuck these natives. Right now there is no one there. I will task them with blockading an infected district. And I will dispatch the next shift of guards to the cemetery in 10 minutes. Do you hear? 10 minutes after you leave. You have a 10-minute head start to do what you need to do. Alright. Thank you, Governor. I understand and appreciate what this act has cost you. Let's go. Alright. Let's go. Okay, bad lad Bachelor on the move. I have an idea for a power move. Damn. No, I can't do it. At least not from here. Or not from this one. Damn. Let's reload. We'll reload with my power plan.
Is there really no way to cure
Alright.
the disease?
Just do the same actions. Okay, let's go. So I'm trying to remember. I think I can pass through this house. Do I remember correctly? Go, go, go. Oh, there's not a door on the opposite side of this one. Let me check my map. Because I think it'll actually be faster to cut through like this. Because this, I am going to have to move through a bit more, some odd things. So let's, one more. Oh, so wait, not even
Is
all
there
houses.
really no way
That's
to
pretty
cure the
rough.
disease?
Okay. Straight away through here. Oh, are we joking? Really? I got jumped by smog.
Respects.
Watch, it's not even gonna be something that requires this strict of movement, but we're role playing. From here, yeah, follow this. Oh, really a rat? No more rat. It's basically magic. Alright. Oh, a letter? Ah, yes. I was getting these yesterday, but well, yesterday was a unique game. Alright, epidemic written on your recommendation sent for approval. The address of the townspeople. Attention all citizens, following the outbreak of a lethal disease commonly known as sand plague, sand pest, and sand dirt, the town authorities hereby declare a state of emergency. The disease is extremely contagious. There is still ongoing research as to how the disease is transmitted, but cases of contact and droplet infection have been confirmed. There are currently no vaccine solutions in the town, and none should be expected before the regular train arrives. Please be extra careful. The townspeople are forbidden to leave their homes unless under special instruction. Remember, the possibility of infection is much lower for those who stay indoors. The citizens are advised to sterilize their household wares, boil their clothing, and exterminate as many vermin as possible. Who doesn't like some good boiled leathers? Do not panic. Medics, couriers, and executors will take care of mail delivery, as well as the distribution of drinking water, provisions, and medicine. Requests should be written down and slid under the door for couriers to collect. This address was composed on the instructions of Bachelor Dekovsky and ratified by the State of Emergency Town Governor Alexander Saburov. It is compulsory to follow every advice herein. Alright. Bachelor getting shit done. Bachelor a busy boy. Hey, dude, you want some water? I'll not risk time passing. I don't think time passes while you're bartering and stuff, but that's keep the momentum up. I'm not dying for goods anyway. Yeah, sand dust. Don't breathe this. You know, I'm never someone who really watched that, but it's still still got mind virused by it. You know. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nope. The dissected body is still at the cemetery. Need to get it before the new detachment of patrolmen arrives. Go, go, go. Get that body. I want that body. Ooh. Give it to me. Yoink. Go. Scarper. Okay. So I assume we're good. So I'm guessing either I need to bring it to Ruben, or I should just put it to my own place. Let's actually look at it in my inventory. Does it go in other? Corpse blood must be analyzed. All of the current conditions make any thorough analysis impossible. High chance that it contains a sample of the harmful microorganism. Alright. Popeye Capella. Since she's slightly more aware of the old, what's it called? Schmouters situation than I am. To get some more tang. Yeah, I know, I'll be passing by the lump anyway. Good, I'll move on while this exhaustion builds up too. Grab this. Ugh, nothing. I'm gonna try seeing if I can analyze it myself first. I might roll back the save, if I can't. I would say, though, having less opportunities to save in 2, not too bad if you've already played the game once, I'm guessing. At least you made it sound like it's basically the same game, but, you know, nice it up. See if I can get some goodies. A piece for those. The razors are too valuable for just regular bullets. I can get food for razors, albeit it takes quite a few razors, but the straight razors, I need to get rid of more of those. Okay, let's see.
What?
Ah, okay, so yeah. I found the boy. Is everything alright with him? He's not sick, is he? He's not. He was lucky. I'll find the caches as soon as possible and retrieve the poison. Thank you. You seem to be planning to test them out yourself, or am I mistaken? I already have. Apparently the one I got was efficient. Next time you will not be so lucky. We'll see. Alright, where does that leave me? Okay, cool. That's 2 side quests done. The schmouters are extremely detrimental to one's health, but they do eradicate the infection. Was this mere coincidence, or did the children compound a cure? We'll never find out. I guess that mission was mostly just to introduce me to the schmouters. I'm a little bit disappointed if that's the case. I'm also kind of guessing that the side quests don't directly affect the plot. They make things probably generally easier. Either because it just greatly increases your reputation, or it gives you access to food, or etc., etc. So yeah, the first attempt, I'm actually going to go to Eva Jans and see what I can do. Actually, let's look. Okay, I was curious to see if Ruben was actually on this list, because I was thinking, ooh, is Ruben gonna get sick? I mean, he still could get sick, and could still screw. Yeah, the obvious material rewards. But yeah, my thought process is right now, if I can analyze it myself, I'll prefer to do that. Especially because I got no health and another Schmouter. Passing it off to Ruben, if he gets sick and I have to do a whole thing where I gotta cure him, it's barter, lad. Not great, these. Kinda hoping for something better. I think I already got a ton of alpha tabs. I got 17 alpha tabs. I'll be good. If I feel like suddenly popping a bunch of tabs, I got them. It's shit like morphine that I want to get a hold of. Is this the, I'm considering just, shaking doors real quick. Hey, she's got some, oh, that's gonna be too right. I only got one hook. Damn. Shouldn't have gotten those bullets. Oh well. Check doors real quick. Look at this boy preening so much. He's itchy. Just check these doors as I go by them. I have a feeling, though, that I'm going to get a little bit, like, railroaded, and I got to bring it to Ruben. We'll see. Concerning water, gotta get more, you getting those feathers? Gotta get more Tay. Just say hi to Eva while I'm here.
You'll think of something, of course.
So let's give this a shot. Okay. I can definitely do a thing with it. But I'm not sure what I'm doing. This looks like a fungal infection. Are there controls for this? I'm seeing like if moving my mouse in certain spots changes anything. And I can't apply any drugs to it. Maybe I do just have to take it to Ruben. But yeah, these, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna fight you, Septipus. Septipus is going hard Joe Rogan on me right now. Let's get some, King. Leave this, screen up for a moment. Here's the point. You want nothing to do with the refrigerator. You ready to go to bed? yourself to bed, little boy? Where's Maya? I'll just pour it in the mug. Oh. Anyway. If you got those thoughts, here's a real quandary, here's a real conundrum. If that's the case, if portraits are the concept art for the real world, you care to explain to me Super Mario 64? Okay. Okay. Think about that one for a bit. Ooh. Ugh. I can really taste how hard our water is right now in that one. Whew. Oh. See, I would just drink tap water. I would just drink tap water, except for the fact that the tap water in this place is so bad. We have a real problem with hard water here. It's like, oh, I felt like drinking this. Sometimes it gets through the coffee too. And I make pretty strong coffee. And I'll add like milk to it. Like sometimes the hard water gets so bad it's like I have to add sugar because it tastes like I went to a hardware store and I just went licking pipes. The hard water can get so bad it like makes you shudder around here. I don't know why it's so especially bad. Like sometimes the shower will smell of hard water. Okay, Ruben, I got some blood for you.
And the blessed fool is making the rounds of the local rabble.
But yeah, no, sometimes you take a shower and it smells like the sprinklers are going off at the golf course. Finally, the operation's been a success, I hope. Alright, well, that depends on the result. The microscope is at your service, colleague. May you be the first to make the discovery. Much obliged. Okay, is it gonna, like, tutor me on how the microscope works? Yeah, doing this. It's kind of the same thing as before. Speak to him again.
Master would have approved of my actions.
Okay. Everything's dead. The dead tissue would not allow the microbial culture to survive. We might have tried to force the bacteria to reproduce. The problem is, there are no bacteria left. The culture has perished. Dag. This is bad. That's actually not too bad, yeah. Quite the opposite, colleague. This is outstanding. What we've just discovered allows us to suggest the sand pest does not linger in dead bodies. As soon as it kills an infected person, it leaves. It needs warm blood, rich oxygen to survive. How do you think the bacterium kills, Bachelor? It causes massive contamination of the blood. In doing so, it overloads the cardiac muscle. In all likelihood, the infected suffer a stroke. That is something we didn't know before. So blood thinners as a solution could potentially work, or at least help. So in order to acquire the potent, living microbial culture, we'll need to get our hands on a still beating heart. This is borderline absurd. We can start to research your vaccine, though. Don't you have that unique source of yours? I do. In any case, our work must no longer be delayed. Not after the new hope today has brought. What does this mean? By the way, I actually do like this from a design standpoint, that I'm the one leading the questions. I'm not being narrated to the plot. So me as the player and being told the plot via my own character's knowledge. I like that, because usually I would sit down and Gordon Freeman, doctorate in physics and material science, gets lectured by a low-level technical engineer how advanced physics works.
Metal Gear.
Yeah. Firstly, this music though. This music needs to be in Sam Hyde's new game. Firstly, it suggests that something as simple as house walls might provide a certain level of protection. Secondly, that the killer's life cycle is very short. Therefore, there is natural restriction on how fast the disease can spread. As soon as the infection kills whoever it carries, it dies. This means the disease can be fought. It means that quarantine would be really effective. Depression Slavic EDM. Yes, there is hope. Although the enemy is invisible and ubiquitous, it is far from invulnerable. We have found at least one weakness. Alright, so, what was that, the Petri of, sample? Hey, today's quest is done. I can, like, faff for the rest of the day. What do I do with all this time? There might still be another side quest somewhere, though. So we'll wander, we'll barter, we'll make money, maybe take a nap. The tissue extracted from the corpse did not contain the microbe, perished together with the host. I've come to the conclusion that it may be possible to curb any spreading of the disease. Full isolation will be essential. Mere walls, perhaps, may offer some kind of protection. Glass walls, in particular. Well, yeah, naturally. Look at that. We've done 2 side quests, and we've done the main quest. Assuming we don't get a second main quest. Okay, so I guess it's time to, like, go full Animal Crossing, make the rounds, talk to people. And just, enjoy life in this small town. Who is worth visiting that I haven't visited? I mean, I guess I could kind of, like, just loop around and make the rounds. Especially, I'm getting letters, so maybe some dialogues have changed. Got some exhaustion. What time is it? Like 7, was it? No, it's 5. Is there any actual... Because, so... I really faffed around with the meters last session. Is there any actual penalty to exhaustion other than maybe it, like, drains your health? But, I mean, I guess if I'm already at minimal health... Capella, I think, had more to talk about, actually. Good thing she's still here.
Father
Yes.
has been avoiding me lately.
Alright. Victoria. What has your father been up to lately? Executing the orders of our new governor. What a disgrace. Using your name as an excuse, Saburov has ordered my father to organize an isolated ward, a hospital, and something else at his own expense. I hope my father treats you well? Okay. I'm afraid it might be I who mistreats him. If anything goes wrong, do tell me. My father is truly a miserable man. Damn. Miserable could mean 2 things in this context. Could mean that he is just completely awful to be around, or that he is depressed due to the situation. And both could be true simultaneously. Can you imagine how heavy the burden of his responsibility is? He's in charge of the lives of several thousands of people. Yeah. I'm also responsible for the lives of several thousands of people now. Let us hope that your father will support me out of mutual respect, if nothing else. Of course he will. You must already know that our family used to be very rich. I happened to find out that almost all of our resources went to the capital. To bribe the officials and obtain drugs. Do not be too harsh on him. Quite the contrary. I respect his actions and his choices, and I appreciate that you love your father so much. Got a little uncomfortable. Had to shift on. Yeah, Bachelor always making it about himself.
Anything about the disease?
Alright. Tell me, when is your father planning to unlock the termitary? Not until the specialized medicine arrives. Several thousands of people live there. They cannot be allowed to get infected. Is it known for a fact that there are no sick people inside? I'll go with this, actually. Do your visions confirm it? It is naive to assume that... I don't want to press too hard the... I'm going to have to just trust them at this point, you know? Honestly. To assume that visions allow me to see through walls is not an eye lens. A vision is like a ball of various temperatures. Information crawls inside you through your spinal cord. It's not even articulated. So everyone in the termitary is fine? It is known for a fact that no one gets sick in the polyhedron. A single person has left since the very beginning of the epidemic. Now the children are notifying their parents that they are all in good health. The parents themselves are begging the children to stay inside. Can you honestly swear to me that's the same as with the termitary? I really hope so. Father knows what he's doing. Right.
Swine. Beasts. I shouldn't have indulged their whims.
I thought he was just gonna say swine when I arrived. Actually not. Can I can go back here. Take a nap in his bed. Just curious as to wandering that right there. Okay, passed by the younger. Anybody wants water? You ain't got nothing. Get out of here, you scallywag. What do you got, kiddo? Belay. No. She usually doesn't have anything of value, and usually I also don't have good bartering stuff with her. I guess I can get bullets out of her, but that's gonna have me go quite a long way around. So let's pass through the park and raid its rubbish bins. As exhaustion creeps up. I'm considering taking a short nap. Not sure. Yeah, I can go all the way through the park. And bump into the younger. Vlad.
Don't
Hey.
tell me that's not what you were expecting.
There's some very peculiar attitudes about the dead in your town. Yes, they're derived from pagan superstition. The body is considered to be the sum of all truths, the ligaments keeping it whole. To be the ligaments of the universe must not be taken apart without the knowledge of how those dissection cuts will reverberate in the makeup of the universe. Well, that's pretty grandiose. And you share in that superstition? A body is a self-contained system. Sometimes it's fascinating to take note of how ingenious its natural design is. But a single useless part, even atavisms, such as the coccyx, serve to add a certain charm. Everything is in harmony. Well, I mean, I guess if you're gonna just make up uses for the body. Like, it's charming. The coccyx is charming. It's just a bone that's filled with nerves and hurts a whole lot when it breaks. It's charming. I find it regrettably hard to appreciate the charm of the coccyx.
It's all very suspicious.
I'm not worried about the, because I assume the map of infected areas is just for me, and also, I kind of know them already. So, this may be more useful, like in the latter half of the game, I'm guessing. Alright. Keep making our way to Eva, and I'll think about having a nap once I get there. Fishhook. Wish I had that fishhook earlier. I could get that morphine. That little girl, I need her morphine. I also feel like I should spend a bunch of money on things like food before prices go up. Yo, it's this guy. Hook me up. Little dude. Nice. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, a lens. Oh! Wait. Different types of infected clusters. Interesting. I figured I was being given the empty culture dish. Let's get the exact meta room. Gotta move on. Because I got like max exhaustion. But I'm not sure if I'm like really penalized for being exhausted. Like, it might tick down my health, but I don't think it ticks down my health from max. Or, I'm sorry, from, empty. I don't think it puts me to 0.
We sometimes differ more widely from ourselves than we do from others.
Alright. Okay, so I can't just use the lens. I guess, is the lens just for trading? It's kind of my, my assumption now. So, I'll save right here. And any other saves I'll be doing will be incremented. We're gonna toy with exhaustion a little bit to understand this mechanic a bit better. Because maybe it just makes my life suck. Although this might be an alright time for me to nap, get my health back, and then wander the streets in the dark. Might also be a good idea. Think about it. So I can fight bums and be Batman.
That is right. Whatever happens in the terminal room, it would be ill-advised to open it now.
Well, I'd agree. Either we open it and we let out the disease if everyone's infected inside, or we open it and create the possibility for infection. Yeah, obviously the want to inspect the termitary and the polyhedron to the same extent is purely just power plays. And pretty obviously so. And my exhaustion's like full. Let's see what happens. Go a little bit longer.
I think I'm having fever heat.
Are you aware of Katarina's recent claims? No. What, did she decide to make herself hurt again? Yeah, she's made a prophecy. That I won't take seriously, of course, but you might find it interesting. What was it? About the doomed ones? Probably so. Since she must be seeing more or less the same thing that I see, though from an entirely different angle. Katerina is older than me, but her visions are distorted by a prophet known as morphine. Too much noise. Okay, wait, no, this is actually interesting. She spoke about a taggler that is smothering itself, and therefore requires a corrective intervention involving blood. Did she propose killing? Sounds convincing enough. Katerina has always found evil attractive. I see.
Yes.
Let's go. We're gonna write this exhaustion. See what happens. My health will actually like tick down. It might also just make walking around suck.
Olgimsky has put a bounty on any runaway butcher. What is the old fox trying to hide?
I will richly reward a friend that finds Simon's body for me. Then I will squeeze the last drop of blood from the mongrel who stole it. I have a favor to ask of you, Judge. I am indebted to you, so, dear doctor, speak. I'll be happy to grant any request that is within my power to fulfill. Has to do with Isidore Barach's son. Yes, I know the man, if only by what the others say about him. Regrettably, I've yet to meet him personally. He's one of the main suspects in Simon's murder. He also hasn't cleared himself, not to my judgment anyway, of the charge of murdering his own father. Now, he is the main suspect in the theft of my brother's body. I hope you aren't going to solicit forgiveness on his behalf. Well, if it's going to be a favor, that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is one of the few requests that I am not prepared to meet. That is to say, I wouldn't be if anyone other than you were asking, but I believe without a shadow of a doubt that you are acting in good faith and with most noble intentions. Alright. Olgimsky vouches for his honesty and is prepared to be a witness for him on all the charges you brought against him. So is Olgimsky to ask you to intervene. Don't trust him, Doctor. Don't trust him. Olgimsky has many qualities worthy of respect, but being honorable is not one of them. His honor ends where his avarice begins. If he is prepared to vouch for something, it's a clear indication that he's going to profit from it. Keep that in mind, Judge.
I feel almost nothing.
If I do that again, I'll probably opt for the other choice. I wasn't satisfied with that. I didn't think I would be, but I did it anyway. And I might get a chance depending on how exhaustion works out. I think it is rolling down my health. I think my health has decreased further still, somehow. It's hard to know because I was such a disease-filled wreck last time. And loading myself up with meds. Some of them I'm sure stopped exhaustion. I mean, as it stands, one damage will kill me anyway. So if it does put my health lower... Oh, yep, there we go. So yeah, I got a nap. Okay. That's fine. I got some morphine. A little drug up. Get a good nap in. And it's still 5, as I recall. 6 now. So wander the streets. Hmm. I'd like to do some things before midnight turns over. So if I sleep for 6 hours, that's no good. 3 hours might give me enough time, though, to still run around town and do stuff. Like, maybe I can just top off my exhaustion and not even drug up. Okay. Got a bit of hunger. So we'll make a move on, and it's 9:15. I'll save this. Oop, something happened. My mouse locked up for some reason. That was odd. Increment right there. So, rations. Let's try the vegetables. Kind of tasty. Oh, did it again. Why is my mouse... I wonder why my mouse would be locking up. Does not seem like sleeping really recovers health, by the way. Exhaustion's already back. Oh, mouse locking up again. It's odd. My mouse isn't dying on me, I assume, right? Clean the laser. Let's see. Give that a shot real quick. Let me, go like that. So that we don't get the loud music. Hell of a time if my mouse is like dying on me. I mean, it's quite old. But I will definitely not be happy if it's about to die on me. All my stuff's dying. And actually, you don't ever have one thing go wrong, you have everything go wrong. It's moving for now. Oh, it already locked up. Is it the game? Or is it the mouse? Locked up again. I'm not sure. There we go. See, it keeps doing it. How odd.
Is this disease indeed as deadly as they say?
Look at that. What? Do I have like a bad connection? Maybe it got tugged on. Something. Not sure which of these is the mouse. Let's see. Maybe the USB isn't in right. I've got it plugged into a USB hub. It's possible that that's the problem. Let's see. I kind of like stuck it in a little bit harder. Okay. Well, we'll continue on it. See if just like kind of jamming it in there helped. I forgot that he didn't. Well, I mean, nope, already. I'm gonna guess it's on the hub's end. So let's see. Let's real quick temporarily unplug my CD. So we got it plugged into one of the hard ports. Could also just be like something funky about this game. I mean, that's a very weird, specific problem to have, to just start dropping mouse input, but hey, who knows? Alright.
There's more life in
Seems to have stopped. It could just be unplugging and plugging it back in, fix it. It could have also still been the hub.
Few people know death.
Favor rocks. Exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna go instead. Young Barak deserves to have a break, so I need of him now anyway. Yeah, passing it off to Olgemski was a mistake. Very well, Doctor. I will do what you ask me, but having done that, I urge you to tell me who stole my brother's body as soon as you learn their identity. Promise I will not punish Barak unless it only unless it turns out that he was the thief. I have my word, and if I find out that Barak was the culprit, you'll be the first to know. I'll go solo if that's the case. I can do fine without him. I don't need him. What is he, just my dialogue buddy? Get out. So, yeah, it looks like the mouse is working again. This funky problem could totally be on the game's end, could totally be on my end. It is a mystery. Passed by Laura. I mean, yeah, I won't lie though. I can play this game probably more scummy than I should be able to. Oh yeah, I wanted to buy food before the price goes up anymore. Get as much bang for my buck as I can right now. Please. Got hung up on a corner. Let's see, what do we got? That's good. Oh. I was stuck again. I don't know what's causing that. The fresh affiche. And have the fresh affiche. Price seems to have gone down. Or, oh, is that just from reputation that price has gone down? Yeah, let's just eat both of those. Get rid of that hunger. There we go. I'll be good for a while for food. Oh, locked up again. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. Sucks that it's happened and we got like still at least 40 minutes left of playing. I mean, actually, Go like this. Let's get I just popped the webcam up. See if there's like something trying to run in the background, real quick. Doesn't look like it. Also, it is a good idea to like search. Exit that. Because it gives me a chance to see if my mouse is locked up outside of the game, which so far doesn't seem to be. I mean, I was using the mouse the whole weekend, but you know, it can break down at any point, so that doesn't really mean anything. The fact that it worked all weekend. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking it's on the game's end. I think something funky's happening with the game, and it's not... Oh, is something happening where, like... Is a controller getting bumped? That's a possibility. But let's put the game back up. It's possible that a controller's getting bumped, and it's trying to register it. Alright. This is Laura's. Laura Ravel.
It will all work out when a regular train comes.
I'll blame it on Steam, since Steam has been giving me a lot of problems lately. Alright, next on my visit list is Yulia. Not much has happened with Yulia outside of just meeting her. I actually hardly know her place in all this. It's possible that she's just not important to Bachelor. So there's very little that's done with her. Don't know. We'll know when we get there. But right now, it's just time to check garbage cans for hamburgers. Still nothing.
As the mind endeavors to reach one.
Yep. Pretty close to flipping over. I mean, if I wander about and I really don't bump into anything that's all that interesting, I might sleep more hours. So far, the Canes have been the only ones, and really only Georgie Kane have had anything of interest to actually say. If it all goes quite poorly, I might just reload a save, go talk to Kane, and then take a nap until it's time to play Batman, you know? I'm testing by the rod. Yeah, because I'm about to hit up the rod right now. Oh. Is he going for me? Nope. It recentered the mouse. Oh, locked up for just a short moment there. Get over here. Get over here. I'm gonna kick your ass. Nailed him. No criminals in my town. You'll get the scalpel. Real quick, how the durability 92, and this is 100. Switch to the knife for a bit. Okay. Now it's locked up. That's very irritating. Well, I guess I'll know later tonight. I have a bunch of like uploads and stuff I want to do tonight. I'll find out then if it's my mouse. But I think I can handle the next half hour or so with a crappy mouse.
Yes.
Locked up here. For the most part, it's not like this. This game requires twitch reflexes, you know. Oh yeah, locked up again. And the light is staying on my
Is there
mouse. When it
really no
happens.
way to cure the disease?
Yeah, no one's got nothing to say to me. Okay, well then. Let's reload here. We'll go speak to the Keyneses, and we're gonna get a good rest. 9 p.m. Day 3. Locked up immediately. The mouse. I'm spinning the mouse right now. You'll see when it unlocks. There it goes. Oh, I might pick up food though. Pick up food that I did before and then head back. Get that fresh fish. Locked up.
Changeling met Andre.
I don't think I've met an Andre, have I? At least not to my recollection. Need some tang to power up my mouse. Real problem when I have my OBS window right here is I talk to myself. I don't talk to the audience. Not that it's that big of a problem. It's also partially because I turn my head to talk to the audience. I got a Sam Hyde talk to you, though. Oh, it's like getting worse. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. The one in the bar? Oh my god. Okay, wait. It's getting worse. Okay, let me tab out. It's the game. It's apps. Oh, no. No, it's me. Dag. That's no good. Having a dying mouse. I might have to go to a thrift store and get a new one. It's getting bad so fast, actually. I might need to get a new mouse right now. Oh, jeez. Yep, it's like just completely stuck. Well, I'll go steal the mouse from the computer in the other room. I think I have another working mouse somewhere in the house. Kind of sucks that this one's going out, or if this one is actually out proper. Because I've had this mouse for quite a long time now. Possibly Rest in Pizza? I'll have to check it out. at a time that isn't, you know, what is it? Are we quite at midnight yet? Probably. But there should be a fine temporary solution. Although I think the woman complained. No, she complained about the keyboard getting stuck, as I recall, not the mouse. Or maybe she did complain about the mouse giving out. If we have two Mises dying at the same time, maybe it's a excuse for me to. I talked about before getting a clicky mouse. Although I've beaten Metro, and that's like the only game that I probably would ever use it for. Okay, so we gotta go back to Georgie and loose the mouse through here because it's like the wire's hanging off the side and just causing the slightest tug on my wrist and, you know, makes using the mouse uncomfortable. If you know what I mean.
I'm deadly.
Favor. Blah. Exactly what I'm gonna do. Deserves a break. My word, and I'll tell you if it's him. You know, I kind of need to have a good rapport with him, I'm guessing. The Keyneses. Though I don't particularly care for Georgie Kane. Hopefully, if the young Barach boy has stolen the body and hasn't let me in on it, hopefully I can delay punishment or at least continue my work solo. I know, as far as I could tell, he was basically just a brick wall for me to bounce tennis balls off of. A racquetball game of one with him. Okay, this is where I got the foods. Do that again. Eat up. And we'll get some sleep until the streets get a little more rowdy. Okay, I didn't hear this actually get written. Confidential notation. Written on your recommendation, sent for approval. The annotation for patrolmen, couriers, executors, and sanitary personnel. In order to prevent panic, this annotation is classified and its content should be under no circumstances disclosed to the civilian population. The disease is incurable. There is no vaccine, neither here nor in the capital. However, there are a few positive facts. The probability of contracting the disease is significantly lower for someone who has taken immune system stimulants. As of now, we believe that A pills and B pills, yellow-colored and blue-colored pills respectively, provide the best protective effect. Effective doses of these medicaments may be detrimental to one's health. Additional protection is afforded by synthetic clothing. Woolen garments are strictly off-limits to parasites. The clothing should be changed as often as possible. Important. The disease develops sporadically. At its initial stage, it does not progress in any significant way, especially if antibiotics are taken. However, if contact with the infection reoccurs, the development of the disease becomes extremely rapid. The disease is not transmitted by any means of droplet infection. As of now, we've yet to find out how it is contracted. Preliminary tests suggest that the disease is not contagious at early stages. Therefore, there is no need to isolate the sick person immediately after the appearance of the symptoms. The executors. In consideration of your particular line of work, we believe that you will not be able to avoid infection. If you have contracted the disease, do not give in to despair. It would have happened sooner or later anyway. Try your best to conserve the infection at its initial stage. Take antibiotic medicine. Consider using the schmouters. They're extremely dangerous, but they may help curb the infection. Good luck! Hung up on a corner there. Slightly different food on that reload. Alright. So let's head back to Eva Jan's. And we're gonna take a nap. Just a nap. Because I do want to patrol the streets when they are dangerous. It's 10 p.m., so like a 2-hour nap. We'll roam around at midnight. And then, when the sun begins to rise, probably around 6, we'll take bat naps 1 hour at a time to see if we can get the main quest, or, well, whichever comes first. I get the main quest, or I recover all my exhaustion. I should still, I'm thinking right now, double check my mouse. Not right now, but use it again in general while I'm offline in case something about this game is still screwing with the mouse. Although if it was a game, it would probably do it to this mouse too. I have a feeling it's just dying. Maybe I can make it a personal project of mine. Resolder it, see if I can keep it going. But usually when it comes to stuff like that, it's planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence is a real problem when it comes to electronics. If you don't believe in it, it's you're just a fool. Go buy headphones. Go buy headphones and be as gentle as you can with them. And they'll still die on you. Alright. So go ahead and save here. Okay, so let's sleep for 2 hours, and we're gonna roam the streets.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mine performance is being rehearsed at the school.
Well, let's go check it out, my dudes. But will he ever heal? I might. One day. Maybe. I'll think about it. I honestly don't see too much reason to heal. And as long as I got bandages in my pocket, I can, for the most part, jump myself out of any untoward situation. Whip out the knife. Seriously, because it's good for backstabs. Hopefully, that is what I'm going to bump into most often. We got our first customer. He's gonna come for me. There's a scalpel. Nailed him. First time every time. Alright. Theater time, boys.
So,
Ready for show.
Stays away from dead bodies, disappearing from corpses without a trace. It's been established that you can outweight it if you're careful and discreet. The glass will keep the best, as it's supposed to.
what does it mean?
It means we have a fighting chance. The infectious agent only sticks to living matter and is repelled by dead surfaces. Those who remain indoors are more likely to survive. Scurrying and making a fuss means death. All in all, we can fight.
You self-serving jerk. You've got your own agenda, haven't you? You're always up for a fight. You just need an adversary. What about the people?
Hush, don't you get in his way. He seems to have a plan.
It's all wrong. It's no good at all.
Oh. It's all wrong? That was a wild show, Oscar.
The town is undergoing a vicious transformation. Its internals have changed already, giving birth to a plethora of juvenile life forms.
Stick around, buddy. Alright. Officially day 4, though. Everything is turned over. Well, I guess what I should do first is make my rounds, because that's probably the best way to bump into. I'm hoping that the side quests kind of like pop up as soon as the day turns over. So even here, while I'm waiting for the main quest to come in, and I'll increment after this. So, first on the list is going to be Vlad the Younger. Oh, she looks like she's running. Alright, size them up. Oh, damn. He caught me with the fast one. Let's hit up one bandage. Just so that I don't get stuck. Even though one bandage might not be enough. But, I got bandages. Hopefully give me at least one extra hit for trying to get that Euro jank combat. Oh, it's a drugs. Yeah, I don't even know if that's enough to stop one stab. Alright, buddy. Have at thee. Oh, this guy's an ace. Sometimes I can just nail them perfectly every time, and sometimes they just juke me. I'm actually questioning even using the bandage because it heals so little. You know what it is? It's like a mystery dungeon game. That street thug kills one person. Oh. Free opportunity this time. The street thug kills one person though, and then he levels up, making him tougher. Okay, get my mouse on the screen. Welcome. Slavic Batman is here to save the day. This way? Yeah. This might be closed off by a fence, but now we're good. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to do an incremented save after I fought a dude. I'll move on from there. Saves not here. Alright. They say you saw some significant success yesterday. Partial success. Definitely a success, but nothing significant, I would say. So random antibiotics really can help against the sand fever. How is the distribution of drugs going? Why is there still no medicine in the town? The drugs we confiscated 2 days ago turns out to be outdated. Moreover, many are expired and now harmful. Many are probably useless. We will check every drug today. Those that actually prove effective will be put into distribution immediately. How will the test be conducted? I found some people with a death wish. Those are desperate people on the verge of a nervous breakdown. And so I have tasked several young ladies, whom you probably know, with supervising the tests. They are Evian, Yulia... Ooh, I've never actually said her last name. Luryacheva, I believe. Yulia Luryacheva. And an Angel and Laura Ravel. They'll report the results tonight. Okay. And why Death Wish? That's an obvious answer. Because the meds could be deadly. And why haven't you told me anything? We were very busy yesterday, and we spent the whole day inspecting and writing down the requisition stockpiles. Today, as you can see, I'm informing you of my plans. Don't worry, Bachelor. This is the best possible course of action. Or do you have a better one? Yeah. I'll do the tests. I'll take the drugs from the young ladies, and I'll test them myself. Hopefully you can trust my words just as well. The young ladies offer their help voluntarily, the task that I believe to be the least dangerous. I doubt they'd prefer to test the drugs themselves instead of sending death seekers to infected districts. If they will. Well, it's us then. Maybe there's still time to change their minds, but Bachelor, if they do conduct the tests on themselves, we can at least be certain of their failure or success. Oh, so I'm surprised so many of those women are willing to take the risk that they are. Oh no. Our kind volunteers are prone to foul play. I've had reports of the kind of talks happening between them. Honestly, if they vanish, I'll be convinced that they just made off with the pills. Then why entrust them with such an important task? Don't worry, trust the young ladies. And me. Even if something goes wrong, we'll only lose a few hours. We don't have an hour to lose. Alright. Oh, Eva's not marked. Is there a reason? Yeah, these are like two people that I really wouldn't expect to potentially just take random drugs as a suicide. Granted, I don't know Yulia very well. And Laura, that doesn't sound... Like, if you told me it was Aspity and Grace, I'd be like, okay, well, they're nutty. They're nutty, I'm not too surprised. Okay, Vlad the Younger will inspect what is left of the medicine supply. He's delegated the testing to 4 women. Yulia, Anna, Laura, and Eva. Yeah, Anna I believe, though. Yulia I also believe. I believe Yulia and Anna. There are also 2 that aren't marked on the map. Well, Eva's a good person to go to first. She's just kind of like in a good starting route. If I start looping around and start talking to all the people for day 4. Let's see. Make some progress on this before I close that out. Hopefully I don't get stuck wandering in circles looking for a kid who's in between 2 houses. There's a guy looking for trouble. Alright. Oh, damn. Yeah, let's get a move on. I'll use a bandage. Just get that health off my screen. Oh, it's back already. I'll use one more bandage. Bad. I almost feel like my low health has saved me so far, but... And it's not too hard to get bandages. It might become hard. But it's pretty easy to trade for bandages. The hardest part actually of trading for bandages is actually finding the guy who trades for them, and he have them simultaneously. Alright. I gotta talk to these people anyway, just for the new dialogue.
We sometimes differ more widely from ourselves than we do from others.
Rumor has it you've agreed to test outdated antibiotics. Is it true? No, but I've got an impression that Anna and Laura wouldn't mind you helping them. Some hypocrisy. Why did they volunteer in the first place if they knew they lacked the courage to put their lives at stake? Okay. So the reason why I marked the 2 other girls is because they're the ones who may not be able to go through with it. I want to talk directly with her. Let's not talk about the other girls. Let's talk about us. Did you want to test the pills in my stead? My god, I turned myself inside out for you. Yikes! Aren't you afraid? Sure I am. You know, they say that the disease is actually sentient. It doesn't merely spread. It acts as though it was a living being. Covers its tracks, conceals itself, lies in ambush, attacks the weak and the unprotected. And steers clear of the strong and the courageous. Or dares not attack them straight away, at least. I'd rather be among the courageous. What makes you say that? Have you noticed how few lethal cases there were among the patrolmen? Or those funeral attendants who borrowed props from the theater? Almost none of them are dead. Death only comes for those who are trying to hide. It knocks on your head, knocks you from the inside, having appeared within you. It's not an external affliction, is it? Stop talking nonsense, Eva, please. You're acting like a little girl. Vlad the Younger found commoners willing to test old Isidor's drugs. Supposedly, he took those for protection before entering molded houses. The ladies were put in charge of the whole affair, trusted with keeping an eye on the experiment. And then here they go, claiming they are going to do just fine without anyone's help. Can you imagine that? So what's the catch? The catch is they're waiting for you. They picture you running your feet off to appreciate their last hour. I'm sure that deep within their hearts they can't wait to see you come. Forbid any risky attempts on their part to offer to test the pills yourself. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh no, I knew you would say that. What can I do to make you forget it and stay here? I'll think about it.
Have you heard? They have started to distribute the experimental vaccine. There's too little of it, though.
Well, I mean, it's experimental. Can't guarantee success. I've set up a whole laboratory upstairs. I hope that's fine with you. Understanding can be rather annoying. That's nothing at all. In any case, I won't be staying here much longer. Here we go. Yeah. This is a little bit contradictory, I won't lie. She's kind of like, unless she has a different angle. Stop it. There's no need to be so pessimistic. In the days of old, it was common knowledge that the plague strikes the hopeless first. Do you know why our cathedral remains empty? No. Why? It isn't a cathedral, actually. It was supposed to become a cathedral, yet for some reason it didn't. Sometimes I feel sad for it. Seriously? Listen, Bachelor's a proud atheist. He's very smart. He saw half of Christopher Hitchens' debate. I could have been living next to a place where sacrament is performed daily. Cheer up, will you? Stop being depressed. If nothing else works, try and get some sleep, or get drunk at least. That seems to be pretty good advice, though. All hope is gone. Hope lives forever. Audi. Powerful Bachelor. Okay. So we'll continue from here. I don't know why I'm going there. Alright, so let's bump by the Keyneses. Assume, yeah. We won't get any letters until 6 a.m. It's weird. It's almost like there's two start of the days. Both midnight and 6 a.m. Prep for Batman mode. Let's go.
It is far easier to be wise for others than to be so for oneself.
A new phenomenon manifested itself today. It might be of interest to you, as it admittedly is to me. We may have stumbled upon a mystery whose solution may have far-reaching consequences. This concerns the Skinners district. Tell me, this is of special interest to me because of the ongoing search for buildings that could serve as sanitary wards. Indeed, you're reading my thoughts. Skinners have died out. Supposedly, it has become entirely free of infection. The streets, the walls, the various objects, even the corpses, everything is clean. People can safely touch bodies that only recently were a very strong source of infection. How is this known? The news was brought from looters who have been all over the district grabbing abandoned property. I've already given the orders to deal with them. We can only ascertain that the homes really are but only you can ascertain that the homes really are disease-free. Let the patrolman deal with the looters. If these rumors are true, we'll start making the abandoned homes ready for their new tenants. I can foresee us needing to find room for refugees from other infected districts. We'll give them provisional lodging at the vacant houses. I'm sure you understand that in order to make such a risky decision, I must be absolutely certain. What can I do to help? Take a look around the Skinners. Check inside the houses if they are truly clean. Find something that could prove it. And of course, you may use any abandoned property as you see fit. Better you get it than the looters. Yes. I'll be back with a report. Curious. Victor said that my word would suffice. Still, I think he would appreciate if I provided some evidence as to how thorough the inspection was. I believe a dead looter's belongings will serve this purpose just fine. It's curious that the disease just like up sticks and left from the district. I'm standing by it being like, it's gonna be Nurgle's rot. It's not bacteria, it's a bunch of tiny demons. It's my wager. So far. Taking all bets, boys. Not from you, Septipus. You betting is fear button. Strictly. Already got 2 side quests, though. Works out.
I'm feverish. What can it be?
Plague. And to think that all those years we were expecting an earthquake. Oh, these years I've been dreading war more than anything. Alright, from her. It's not yet. Georgie, baby, talk to me. Really, Georgie. It's Bachelor.
The town is changing before our very eyes, as if someone's cutting it apart, bit by bit.
I kind of wish that Anna was on my route before bumping into Laura and I lost her name right now. Starts with a Y, but is like a J, soft J. Don't drive me mad if I don't check. Yulia. But I don't think it'll make that large of a difference. Did the light just move? I'm going mad. The light just suddenly started making a really interesting reflection on my screen. Go just a bit longer. I think I'll talk to at least the 2 girls who are taking the pills. And we'll see where we go from there. Here we go. It's clobbering time, Dad. Swing, you fuck. Nailed him. Alright. Oh, he must have been a high level thug. He had a lot of goodies. That knife is ready to die. I'll put that one on the chopping block.
What?
Okay. Let me back out of this. Let me actually save.
A stranger brought me a peculiar vial today.
Tell me, are you really planning to test antibiotics? No, I'm not. Vlad the Younger claims that he asked you to test some dubious remedies. I wanted to try the antibiotics, but I wasn't allowed to. I have to work with painkillers. Vlad the Younger says they're closer to my line of trade anyway. If I'm to host the House of the Living, I'll have to handle them often. They ease pain, but also make you drowsy and apathetic. How exactly are you planning to test them anyway? I know how they work. All I need to do is find a man whose line of work naturally leads to being wounded frequently. I do that quite a bit. Anyway, I was planning to distribute the drugs among the patrolmen, but I could rather give them to you if you wish. If you have any success testing each of the 3 types, it means that they're still fine. Then the Olgimskis will begin giving them out to the population. Fine. You know what? There's something else I want to ask you. Please put a stop to Yulia's efforts and support Anna. Yulia has her own motives, yet I have a terrible suspicion that she may have given up to despair. Poor Anna doesn't deserve this either. I'm absolutely positive that she isn't planning to offer the medicine assigned to her to the test subjects. She is too compassionate for that. But she won't go anywhere herself either. What's wrong with Anna? She is certain the Olgimskis are only doing this to get to her, and to have her dead. She might not be all that wrong. Oh, really? I don't think it's Big Vlad. Yet the Olgimskis are definitely a threat to her. There isn't a shade of doubt in anyone's mind that one of them will become the death of her. Alright. Hand over the painkillers, they'll be of use to me. Okay, so are these like listed as Novocaine, morphine? Yeah, and they're...
What?
So... I'm gonna guess that like one of them is bad. Let's go ahead and like...
It is not so
incremented
dangerous
save.
to do wrong to most men as to do them too much good.
Well, it made me very sleepy. Unsurprising. They seem to be fine, though. Or, I guess those aren't experimental, are they? I'm kind of a ding for taking all those. Those are just painkillers that she had to distribute. Or not, it's not experimental.
It is
It's,
not so dangerous to do wrong to most men.
what's it called?
Too much good.
Expired medication. It's the antibiotics that are dangerous. Oh? Is this district plagued now? It's looking like it. Well, and this place seems worse than the other. It's got just goo in this street. No one wants that. Damn, rat. Yep. Okay. Oh, Yulia. I have some questions for you. Or just avoid the meat in the floor. Alright,
My
Yulia.
chest seems to be filled with cotton wool.
I don't think that a positive outcome falls within the range of reasonable possibility. There's no point whatsoever in trying to attain it. All we can do now is wait and hope that, by some miraculous coincidence, the epidemic will pass us by. Alright. Do tell me, how exactly are you planning to test these antibiotics? Oh, so you know already. I need to contract the disease first, and then try to cure myself. I have 3 kinds of pills, you see. Conceivably, any one of the medicines may curb the sickness at a certain stage of its development. Exciting experiment, if I ever saw one. Not quite unlike the feats of power they had in times long forgotten. A trial of fate. So, Yulia, why are you so intent on doing the testing personally? Didn't I tell you before, I'm testing one of my theories. A hypothesis that destiny may be manipulated. As adventurous as I may be, I am anything but irresponsible. I'm much better equipped to conduct this kind of research than that poor Tanner may ever hope to be. I'll be able to keep a journal of my observations, my physical sensations, the change in my body temperature. If nothing else, I won't mix up the medicine. And how are you planning to conduct the test? You are completely healthy. Did I tell you before? Or, missed my click. Nothing revolutionary, I assure you. The experiment is, fundamentally, getting myself infected and using 3 medicinal formulas, one after the other. Besides, the Olgimsky girl provided me with a schmauder. Now I am to use if neither of the pills has an effect. Absolutely precious, these schmauders. Extremely detrimental for your liver, but also certain to remove the infection. Everything will work out just fine, I hope. So you're going to take a bunch of poisonous meds and then load yourself up with more poisonous meds when they don't work? I don't think this is a viable plan. I have a better proposal. You see, I would be very interested to study these schmauters myself, and I think I'm better equipped to do it. Give me the schmauter. Give me the schmauters. Come on. Hand them over. Come on. Give me the schmauters. Okay, pardon me, but I have my own prospects regarding the schmauter. What medicine were you given? Here. It's called Mycenium. The most powerful medicament they had in stock, as well as the most hazardous. Known to purge the bacteria by destroying all means and manner of microflora. Harmful and otherwise, proves to be of use. The Olgimsky family will distribute it all throughout the town. Is that all? No, there's 2 more medicaments. Neomycenium and Monomycenium. Reportedly, both are much weaker than the first, but each one has useful characteristics of its own. I wouldn't know what kind of characteristics these are. Pharmaceutics is not my field of study. That's enough. I'll do it myself. Hand him over. Pass him over, lady.
The most subtle folly grows out of the most subtle wisdom.
Oh, you know. Well, I move on to the next person. I gotta meet with Anna. I was given all those painkillers, which will help with my health. So I may be able to take all the drugs. Okay, there's a rat there, so we're just gonna reload. So yeah, it's very possible that I can do a bunch of drugs, like just take tons of drugs, and then go to bed and rest. From like, what's the time right now? 3:41. Let's say 6 a.m. to as late as noon. You know, just completely recover my, this district has got the mice bad. But, use it to completely recover not just my health, but also my, exhaustion, which is currently rolling up. Because I was planning to take a, like a 6-hour nap anyway. Okay. I'm not in a good position here. Hey. You. Okay, is he not gonna throw a knife? Oh. I guess that's happening. That's preferable anyway. Because it gets the happy baby. It gives me the happy world daddy! Sorry for doing that right now. But you can't not say, you gotta say it in the voice. Happy world daddy! Okay. So let's visit the, Suvorovs.
It is as if my temples were pierced with needles. Do something.
Where did all these bandits come from? Were they hiding before or something? I'm mortified myself. This epidemic turns people into bloodthirsty monsters. But I don't think bad grief has anything to do with it. Though my spouse won't listen to me, he thinks I'm only saying this out of false compassion. Why do you think he has nothing to do with it? Victims of Sunday's mayhem join the ranks of the muggers. Further madness only provokes them. Honest house fathers grab their hatchets because they see no other way to survive. And this has to be stopped. Punitive measures are unlikely to help, I agree. You can't beat evil with evil. That's a textbook maxim. Only the courage of volunteers can help hold back the abusive behavior of desperate cowards. Fair enough.
The kind's weepers are looking for their house father's body.
Alright. Yo, Alex. I want to have a word with you. I'm thinking about wandering this district. 218. Maybe. I'll wander it a little bit.
They say
Depends on how much dialogue I bump into. Crime is seriously getting out of hand. Where are all those scoundrels coming from? It's as if their numbers double every hour. Knives everywhere. It's time to put an end to them. We should catch Grief and have him executed. Make an example of him for challenging the new order. What did Grief do to upset you so? These men are murdering civilians in the streets. All the crimes committed in the town right now are committed under his consent. Some under his direct orders. Okay. What's keeping you from going after him? A group of patrolmen attempted a raid this morning, but they failed to catch the thieves off guard. Grief's gang members managed to fight them off. I can't gather a new party immediately. There's not even enough men to cordon off the infected districts and to curb looting. Okay, tell me about the fight. Group of about 30 patrolmen. It's a lot, considering how valuable every volunteer is. The number of killers grows by the hour, while noble people are harder and harder to come by. The gang suffered heavy losses, but they ambushed my people. Where? I'm investigating that right now. None survived, and the warehouse thieves have grown even fiercer, even though they managed to fight us off. It's going to stop them. A brave soul who manages to put a stop to the rampage will receive a sizable reward. I shall pay 30,000 for such a feat. That sounds like a lot of meat. If this keeps on, I'll start giving rewards for every dead criminal at any cost. By whatever means, this bloodbath needs to be stopped. Alright, I'll get on with it. I'll deal with it myself. Alright. Oh, he gave me boulets.
The leader of the gang. Some bother.
Ooh, we will bring order to this place with an iron fist. Thanks, Ferris Manus. Oh, I got another letter. Day 3, another day 3 letter. Curious. Check it out. The evening letter from the powers that be, day 3. Insofar as the victory over the enemy is comparable to learning its nature, we see you as our champion, as well as our scholar. I think it would be appropriate to inform you of the conditions of your victory. We hope you appreciate the fact that the disease is nothing more than an unfortunate coincidence. You should treat this as a basis for your research. For if the outbreak is entirely accidental, as the lack of any outside influence on the town suggests, then it should be comparatively easy to handle. Avoid multiplying casualties. Seek an answer in unorthodox methodologies. The cause of the outbreak is not of a fundamentally familiar nature, so you may need an adventure of sorts to remove it. Alright. So we got 3 side quests today. Unexpected. So, partly based on if Peter or Sticky have a lot to say, we'll kind of decide on if I'm going to talk to Anna tonight or not. Well, it's still kind of like dark and goopy here, but less plaguey? No. Curious to see if this house becomes more developed as the game progresses. Something will be added to the outside, since he's got the what's it called?
Truth is
I want to say it starts with an S.
and the reason of the perfection of beauty, old boy.
It's really eluding my brain. Oh well. Scaffolding. I remembered. For some reason, it just was not making contact in my brain. So let's bump into Sticky. This is seeming mostly free. Though I still don't trust this district. Reasonably so. I mean, maybe it's just a noting that all the houses are going to be, like, abandoned. I'll just, like, see. Can I... Oh, geez. A ninja. I didn't expect a ninja in the house. Okay. That might be what I gotta do, though. Let's actually not overwrite. Alright. Crowbar. Well, is there anything stopping me from just looting the house? I still see a bit of swamp gas. Thought I did, but probably just me being mistaken. I'm guessing the place is gonna be like empty. I do want to check it out. Ooh, actually, oh, there's another guy hiding around the corner. All right. So, time to guess what it is exactly that this job wants me to do. So I got the crowbar. I don't know if that went into, like, the other category. Check real quick. Reread the, blockaded district. My word would suffice, though. I appreciate if I provide some evidence as to how thorough the inspection was. A dead looter's belongings will serve this purpose just fine. So, my initial guess is, like, if the crowbar goes into a, like, an other category. Be prepared that this is going to be more looters. Not just one in a building. So I should sweep all the floors before I go and look at stuff. If there's a lemon in there, that's a pretty sweet deal. Scalpel out. Sure, our mouse is lined up. Oh, damn. I'm doing this poorly because he's got backup, or I've got backup. I want to do that again. I don't want the Bobby to save me. This might be enough of a distraction that I won't talk to Anna tonight. Not let this go on too long. In general, it's better to have the scalpel here. Really, a rat? So, I guess the sort of gloom over the area is just indicative that the place is still dangerous. Alright. So yeah, there's a lemon when I went in last. It's hard to not get punched. Get the feel for this. I might like loot one house and then close it for the night. I also might need to use bandages. Oh I clicked out. God damn. And it's ruined all my windows. Here we go. Yeah. Mouse locking. Wouldn't it be nice if the mouse locked into the windows? Wouldn't it? Just, like, it's one line of code, you guys. Like, I've programmed in C++. It's one line of code that does mouse locking. See, the fight just, like, gets so out of hand that by the time in trying to maneuver at all, I click out the window. Okay. One more go without using bandages. I might have to whip out a gun, though. Do one more run without bandages, and then we're going to do a run with a gun. Dag. Yeah, let's whip out the gun. And if I still can't pull that off. Oh my god. Took a few more shots than I'd like. Okay, go for body shots. The gun is very primo, very good. Many accurate. Ivan. Ivan, I need to shoot the bullet. You know, it's probably actually because the durability on it is so ass. There we go. The gun. They say the pen is mightier than the sword, but the gun... I won't even finish it. It's not worth finishing. Okay. So let's assume there's one on each floor. There we are. See? Up. Let's reload that because that was kind of like funky. Just be a cheese lord. Dangerously cheesy. I'm gonna say the assumption is though that there is a, or actually does he come from this floor? Ah, right there. With the combo. Okay, well now I know where he is. Crowbars might be good bartering stuff like the razors. Okay, it is going into other. So that could be what I want. It's very possible, though, that I'm going to need to find a thief on another, like, just out in the wilds. Okay, once again, assuming that there's going to be another thief on this floor. Are we good? I think so. Alright. Wait till another one leaps out from around the corner. I think getting one of these guys with 2 bullets is a fair trade. Let's see if the loot is as good in here as it was last time. So this seems like a decent hobby to pick up, actually, though, when you have spare time. Here we are. Yeah, give me that lemon. All the kerosene. I'm guessing at some point in time things are going to get wackier. I'm going to actually need the kerosene. Eat that lemon. Nice. Okay, let's continue. Okay, check the first floor. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to find something specific on a looter. I'm guessing the crowbars are acting as the razors that you get off of the regular thugs. Alright. Decent, not the best. I'll run by Sticky. 5. Oh. We got a ne'er-do-well. Come at me, dude. Damn. Ah, the knife RNG. Knife RNG! So there is a level of RNG in the combat, which the RNG largely breaks down to... so you always strike on the last swing, basically. So if you get like a combo swing, you get the wombo combo. actually do this fight. Ah. Okay. I'll explain it more though now. So, what can happen is he can just get a long swing, and I get the short swing. Conversely, I can get the long swing that takes 2 slashes. Only the last slash seems to actually hit. And if he does the stab, and so if I, in RNG get the long attack and he gets the short, there's nothing I can do to avoid it. However, it does seem like the longer attacks do more damage. So there's just a level of RNG that is just out of your control. Nothing you can do about it. Okay. So I'm seeing a way I can lure it out. And really what it is I need to swing first and decide if I can move in on that swing or not. And I'm missing stickies. You just gotta not... You wanna maybe turn over these trash cans? Actually, let's barter. Yeah, he does accept the crowbars. That's good. I might hold off, though, on bartering just yet. I'm not necessarily all that hungry, and he seems as... I think he only has, fresh food. I could be better for hunger. We'll think about it. Sticky. Yo, Sticky.
Have you seen a pale, glimmering man at night?
No. Soon we'll see who's a coward and who's not. Sticky, who are you after? Some outsiders made all the mess. Murder or not, someone brought the disease here from the steppe. It's gotta be one of them recently arrived. What makes you think so? What else could it have come from? The river? Yeah. Here's another hypothesis for you. Don't be too quick to accuse anyone. The carrier's walking on 2 legs, that's for sure. You can see it in the way the disease spread. At a course, I've made a map. You can even trace it. It's like a line that starts from the cemetery. If the pest was in the water, people would get sick everywhere at once, right? What about Simon? Yeah, that doesn't add up. I guess the Shabnak hurried straight to him. No detours, on purpose. Or had been at Simon's place before the cemetery. Don't let the search for the carrier carry you away, boy. Please try to figure out who or what it is without leaving your home. Aye.
Soul and the Halves are planning to attack Barley. They won't take me along.
Do you have any more lockpicks? You know how I call the queue for my lockpicks. No rest queue. For me, that is. From the potential clients, it's the longest queue in the world. May I queue up? Come back in 2 days, the day after tomorrow. Very well. I don't necessarily want to pay for lockpicks, but if I can get them free, Alright. I'll do a save and then a power search of the town. Real quick, we'll just like run by cul-de-sacs. Kinda don't want to because I feel like I'm gonna get caught up in a fight. Kinda look and see if there's gonna be something like a dead looter or a looter just like wandering the streets. Real quick. Just checking the cul-de-sacs and stuff around corners. I can of course come back here. It's still pretty early in the day. That's probably what's going to end up happening. I'm under the impression from the last joke of a search that happened. A decent place to search would actually be Isidore's. But it's probably not going to be just a random house that I have to get into. If it's anything like last time. It's going to be someone like jammed in a corner or etc. etc. I think it's about to turn over to 6 a.m. so I'm actually about to stop bumping into the rando encounters. Let's see. Just want to see if the officer had anything of interest to say. Check this cul-de-sac. Always open for like maybe a dead body on the ground. Don't know what this doodad is. Oh, nothing so far. This is out of the infected area. I mean, it could just be something to do with the crowbars, like if that is a looter unique item, which I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Beating up looters and broken into houses seems like a pretty good way to get, do you see this rat here, sir? Another one. Guessing like all these, yeah. All these places just got looters in them. I wouldn't even be surprised if you could just go in and out of the same building to reroll looters. A little bit more. So yeah, next session I'm gonna put off the rest of this job, at least for now. In the water. You know, do a bunch of drugs and stuff, see if I can heal up. Take a nap, get the main quest, and I'll get the opportunity to see if, you know, taking in the crowbars is enough. So it's like, I gotta jump on this side quest, though, you know, building up to it. Beyond that, though, I think that we're gonna call it. You know, I did go on longer than I planned, but it's fine. I'm not really worried. Just a bit longer. Okay, so reputation. I'm guessing that bumps from area to area. I'm guessing I have a poor reputation in the graveyard if that's its own area. I've never really looked at this page. Below softening. Is there a clothing place nearby here? There hasn't really been too much. There should be one like this way. I want to check this real quick before I close up. While we're still on this save. Yeah, because I just haven't seen anything real interesting clothing-wise as far as actual, like, armored equipment. Like, I got gloves on. Oh, 0% anyway. They're completely busted. All the same, though. Gotta find a lady in this shrink. Repellent ankle boots. 6K. Yowzas. Provides no protection against blows and rat bites. Come on, it should give some protection against rats. Let's be honest. I'll think about it. Think about getting repellent boots. I'm kind of close, dosh-wise. Oh, before we close, let's do drugs. I'll have to heal before I do that one. I'm actually curious. Does it just do that much because, is that one actually deadly or what? I doubt it. Is it just severely, very harmful to health, you know? Yeah. So I think they're just all very powerful, and I'm going to have to build up my health and then just start pumping drugs into me. I'm guessing also, like, because I was given the assortment of painkillers, that one of them maybe reduces slightly harmful. I can survive that one. Makes me tired, really. Or is it just coincidental that exhaustion came up? Okay, so let's see. Restore strength while sleeping. Sedative. Heavy injuries, acute pain. So yeah, this, doing the morphine might actually reduce how much damage I take. Analgesic sedative. Restoration, good local anesthetic. 9 hours. Hey, look at that. I was able to take all the drugs. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to like do all the drugs and then take a nap. But whoosh. There we are. Let's call it for the night. I guess next one. Next Pathologic will probably be Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow, but I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on me doing Pathologic tomorrow. But we should have Prince of Persia. We'll be doing Prince of Persia. We're having a day one on Tuesday. But anyway. Outie.